We're Bethany and Drew, two urban explorers who visit odd and unusual sites all across California.
Over the years, we've been on some incredible adventures. And today, we're excited to share with you our top 5 most unusual hikes in Los Angeles County.
Before we get into it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you can be notified when we release new adventures.
And without further delay, let the countdown begin. Number 5, Solstice Canyon. We're on our way to the Roberts house. Hopefully it's right around this next corner. It all started in 1952 when grocery store entrepreneur Fred Roberts commissioned architect Paul Williams to design a vacation home in Malibu. Boy, I wish I could have seen this place before it burned to the ground. When the 1982 fire swept through, it took the house with it.
Now this would be a pretty awesome stove, I must say.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
No hike in Malibu would be complete without a visit to a waterfall.
It is the exclamation point to hikes.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest waterfall in Malibu, but it is in one of the most perfect spots.
This is probably why they built the house right there, is because this creek is amazing.
Oh, and fun fact, Paul Williams, we know him from designing the main estate gate of Murphy Ranch. Number 4, Murphy Ranch.
How does a Nazi compound come to life in the middle of the California hills?
The land was owned by Winona and Norman Stevens, who were actually Nazi sympathizers. So this is just one of the dozens of staircases on this hillside. Now these steps were designed for anybody who was on patrol to actually be able to get a good, clear view of everything around them. This is the powerhouse, one of the only completely intact structures left on the ranch. This would have been their diesel fuel tank. Not much left.
Yeah, it sounds pretty empty.
I think it's pretty safe to say this is some kind of stable.
I imagine they kept horses or some kind of animal in here.
There's spiders up here, I'm out. Even with all the planning, funding, and influence of Herr Schmidt, the Nazi compound met its demise before many of the more elaborate structures could be built.
Number 3, Echo Mountain. The Echo Mountain Trail is about a 6-mile round trip.
Echo Mountain and Mount Lowe Railway are another classic Los Angeles rise and fall story. Thaddeus S.C. Lowe started it all. Lowell joined forces with David McPherson, an engineer from Cornell University. In 1892, the pair began construction on the world's first electric-powered incline railway to the summit of Echo Mountain. And what it led to was said to be one of the biggest tourist attractions of its time.
That must have been what they used to pull the train cars up the hill.
One of the last remnants.
On top of the mountain, he built the Echo Mountain House, a 70-room Victorian hotel. In 1900, a kitchen fire burned the whole thing down.
And this is all that's left.
Not a whole lot, it's just a little bit of foundation. I can only imagine how nice this must have been.
Number 2, the Bridge to Nowhere.
This is not a bridge that you or I have ever driven across. Although at one time, that was the plan. So once you park, you're going to continue on foot down this gravel road toward the canyon, and the bridge is 5 miles. This is a very difficult hike. Bring plenty of food and water and some good hiking shoes.
The path is starting to climb out of the canyon, which means we have about 1 mile left to go.
All right.
And I hear it's the most difficult mile because it's all uphill. LA County's original plan was to build a 2-lane highway which would directly connect Azusa in the south to Wrightwood in the north. The land the bridge sits on was purchased by Bungee America. And if you come out here on the weekends, you may see some bungee jumpers, along with a number of weary hikers enjoying the river's many swimming holes.
Construction on the highway continued until March 1st, 1938, when a torrential storm and a massive flood obliterated most of the roadway leading to the bridge, and further construction was abandoned, leaving behind a fully constructed bridge leading nowhere.
Before we reveal our number 1 hike, we invite you to check out our in-depth extended explorations of each of the locations we've covered here today.
We'll put links to all of those videos in the description, or you can click on the icon in the top right corner of your screen to link directly to our episodes. Number 1, Bighorn Mine. The Vincent Gap, it's a popular destination for hikers. That's because there's a number of trails that converge right here, including the Pacific Crest Trail, I believe. But the trail we want to take is right here beyond this road closed barricade.
So one of the nice things about this trail is a nice sign here, Bighorn Mine 2 miles that way.
The trail's about 2 miles there, 2 miles back, about 500 feet elevation gain.
And there it is. The Bighorn Mine was created by Charles Tom Vincent, who happened to be hunting bighorn sheep on the day he found the gold-bearing quartz vein.
What a view. This is so cool. You can see so far back in here, it's awesome.
Well, there has to be a way into the mine.
We would have to climb this unless there's some other way around.
So this place was profitable for about a decade and then just was abandoned.
And that concludes our top 5 most unusual hikes in Los Angeles County. If you can think of any we missed, please be sure to let us know in the comments. And remember to check out our full adventures at each of the sites we covered today.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we hope to see you again on the next Oddity Odysseys.